Hello, everyone. My name is D.King, and I am in the Family and Human Development Master's Program here at ASU. In my Capstone 2 course, I created this presentation with four other wonderful peers, and their names are Angela Boyd, Tiana Flugman, Cassandra No, and Christine Wilson. We were in a group in our Capstone 2 class named Working Mothers, and our presentation topic had to be related to our group name. So we collaborated of talking about parental leave, which is very important for parents who are expecting a child or already had a child born to have that special time to bond with their child. Just think about this for a few moments. How would you balance your time to bond with your child and do other responsibilities after your child is born? You have gone through months of exercising, eating healthy, making it to every doctor's appointment, attending birthing classes, prenatal yoga classes, having a baby shower, having a baby shower cake balloons, and having countless late night runs to get whatever you desire. You did everything you can do to give your child the best start in life. Finally, your bundle of joy has arrived. Now, let's get started with this wonderful presentation that my peers and I created to share with you all. Our focus of this presentation is to collaborate with the Children's Defense Fund of California to increase parental leave time for parents to have that long, loving, and endless bond with their child after they give birth, which leads for children to have a healthy, wonderful, and joyful life. Now, as today's society, in this presentation today, I will give you an overview about the current situation in the United States with the focus on California in regards to paid parental leave. I will follow that with recommendations based on the research into existing literature on how to turn current unfriendly family policies into friendly ones. I would end with a short question and answer session, so please feel free to ask me any questions throughout the presentation if anything is unclear or you want to know more. So here we are, a bundle of joy in our arms, laughing, burping, and smiling. We would do anything, but certainly we are faced with a harsh reality. Parental leave is paid leave that allows both mothers and fathers to take time off from work upon the birth or adoption of a baby. Paid parental leave has been positively linked to less stress amongst parents, longer breastfeeding, parent and child bonding, and long-term better psychological well-being of children. All countries that are under the Organization for Economic and Cooperative Development offer paid maternal leave, while half of them offer some form of leave for both parents. The United States is only one of the three countries that offers no paid leave for parents. How can that be? We urge California representatives to adopt a law that would offer either parents 52 weeks of paid parental leave, guaranteed job security, and flexibility of full-time or part-time paid leave. So why is this so important to our society? Let's look at this chart for a moment. What comes to your mind? Based on this chart, we can see that other countries invest into time for parental leave to be able to spend time with their child after their child is born. We can see that Norway invests the most into parental leave for each child is born, which is very amazing. Norway is also considered one of the best countries to live in. Very surprising. The United States is one of the richest nations on earth, yet the United States does not invest it in its people. This needs to change. Okay, we believe in profit making, so let's think about Apple or Amazon, Netflix, or whoever you want to think of. If we had to make an early investment, the long term positive outcome would have been unbelievable. Now, why does the United States consider a child as its best investment? So, if we know that paid leave is good for us and also for our child, what stops us from taking time off? So, here are some cons that why parents are taking less time of parental leave. Based on the Pew Research Center, the chart shows that parents take less time off because they don't want to afford to lose any income. They may feel afraid to lose their jobs. They may worry about putting extra work on their coworkers, losing opportunities to have a career change. They may feel that they're the only ones that can do the job. And lastly, the employers may simply just deny them to take more time off. Now we know what we need to fix to raise healthier children. Once a parental leave policy is implemented and is as viewed as a human right, nothing can stop us from taking time off to be with our children. Now let's look at this image for a moment. Based from the Inhabitat staff, they display a difference of paid parental leave from the United States to countries around the world. Here we see highly developed nations, some of the most successful countries based on their economy, and some are considered the happiest places on earth to live in, such as Denmark. Well, you see, we have the strongest economy and we are happy too, aren't we? Yet the United States is the only country on the image that does not offer paid parental leave. Why is that? On the other hand, Canada, our neighbor to the north, offers the most with 50 weeks of paid maternity leave, which is offered almost a whole year for a mother to spend time to bond with her child. What do they know that we don't know? For now, sadly, the United States is the only developed nation that does not offer mandated paid parental leave. Now, would you move to another country for better parental leave? Should you have to make such a drastic step? Okay, let's not move so fast. Instead, why don't we look to those countries that already have successful parental leave policies and come up with our own policy that makes the most sense for our children and the parents of the United States? So now, let's pick a state. Okay, let's talk about California. What does California offers? Currently, California is one of the best states in the United States to be a new parent. It offers the California Family Rights Act, the Paid Family Leave Act, the Pregnancy Disability Leave, and Baby Bonding Leave. The California Family Act provide up to 12 weeks of unpaid parental leave to a new parent if the work site has more than 50 employees. The parent has worked there for more than 12 months and has more than 1,250 hours in the last 12 months of their employment. Paid family leave guarantees partial pay for the first 6 weeks, while the Parental Leave Act ensures job protection if the job site has more than 50 employees. Pregnancy disability leave allows up to 4 months of unpaid medical leave, and the baby bonding leave provides up to 12 weeks of unpaid, and also your job is protected. That's not a bad start, right? Next, I will provide you some background and overview of parental leave from research that has been conducted. Research has shown that parents who do not receive enough time with their newborns or infants are not able to build a strong child and parent bond. Lack of financial security discourages parents from taking time off without full pay and benefits. At the same time, taking leave endangers careers and retirement planning. Children who do not receive enough bonding time at an early age face long-term mental and health consequences. This does not sound healthy, doesn't it? So, how important is paid parental leave to us as parents and also as a nation? Do we even think about it or know what other countries offer their citizens? Inquiring minds, no. Social media knows, though. As you can see, parental leave for both mothers and fathers is on our minds, and the need of better and family friendlier policies would be great. After all, in 2016, the state of California recorded the highest number of births in the nation. Between 2004 and 2017, California workers filed 2.4 million claims to care for their newborn children, and the number of fathers filing for parental leave increased more than 400% between the years of 2005 and 2013. Now, let's take a look at this image. We can see that about 80% of employers in the United States with 50 or more employees provide 12 weeks of paternity leave, not paid leave, just time off. What about the other 20%? The employers who do have 50 or fewer employees. Women are now 40% of breadwinners in the United States, yet only 14% of United States employers offer paid paternity leave to care for their child. Clearly, 86% of employers in the United States don't see this as a benefit nor an investment. There should be at least 12 weeks of paid time of parental leave for all employees in the United States, which will be fair for all the hard work and labor that the employees have contributed. Based on the image, 38% of fathers who are employed do not get the opportunity to take parental leave, paid or not, which certainly impacts fathers' ability to spend quality time with their child in their first few months of life. Now I will provide you recommendations that has been created for parental leave. Benefits of paid parental leave includes economic stability and greater health to parents and children. The state can provide financial incentives, flexibility, and leave taken by both parents and longer length of time of parental leave to ensure equity care for children. The policy change should include shared parental leave that would entitle both parents to a certain length of time of leave. The government should also adopt the policy of flexible parental leave. Such a measure would allow a parent a choice between part-time or full-time leave, as some new parents do not want to entirely disconnect from their workplace during the leave, such as the policy would allow them to care for their child and remain engaged in their work. In the United States, policymakers at the state level should take measures to ensure paid parental leave of at least 52 weeks to allow parents to care for their newborns and infants for the first year of their lives. Gauntry and Callister of 2005 recommended that the United States models the Swedish type of model of parental leave. There, a mother is encouraged to take at least a 6-month paid maternity leave, since one goal is to encourage mothers to breastfeed for the length of time recommended by the American Academy of Pediatrics and the Resolution World Health Assembly. They recommend a longer leave so that fathers may also spend time with their new child and achieve greater equality for both parents in both the home and the workplace. It is highly recommended that California adopts a family leave policy that extends the recommended 18 weeks of parental leave by offering up to 52 weeks of paid leave with full pay, which would benefit lower and middle wage earners and protect parents with negative workplace consequences. So, here are some implications that have been brought up with parental leave in California. Parents who are given the opportunity to take parental leave are able to create a deep and lasting bond with their child, which in turn gives the child a loving and positive foundation that lasts a lifetime. The long term consequences will have a positive outcome for both parents and their children. So, here's the current approach of parental leave. Research suggests that extended paid parental leave is a good thing. It is linked to less stress and depression for mothers and fathers. Parents and newborns are able to bond for life. Financial insecurity can also exact a toll on parents and children's health and well being. With paid extended parental leave, parents are able to focus on breastfeeding and attending doctor's appointments. A Norwegian study that was conducted by Canero, Loken, and Sullivan in 2015 was researched the long-term outcome on children on receive the high-quality maternity care as infants. Results show that early investment in children has a positive impact on their abilities as adults. Results further show that children with lesser educated families had far better chances later in life if they received extended maternity infant care. Canero in 2015 argued that countries with extended inequality in education and poverty, such as the United States, would benefit greatly from increased parental leave policies to provide their children with a better future. Now let's have a look at the other nations again. After all, they have paid parental leave laws and they seem to be working well. Now let's have a look at fathers staying at home with their child. By looking at this chart, we see that more and more mothers stay in the workforce as some of them make more money than their partners. But we can see also that fathers are taking the opportunity to take parental leave. Italy is in the low side for both mothers being in the workforce and fathers taking parental leave. On the other hand, we can also see the United States has a higher percentage for mothers staying in the workforce and less opportunities for fathers to take parental leave. Research into benefits parental leave, child bonding, and long-term health benefits, as well as looking at existing policies in other nations, show that extended paid parental leave, be it for mothers and fathers, is a very good investment into the future of our children's society and nation. So here's the conclusion that my peers and I created of extended parental leave. Although each family decide on the type of parenting leave is best for them, a family and child-friendly policy will have a positive influence of a child and parent relationship and result in long-term benefits both economically and psychologically for our society. The proposed policy changes have been considered by reviewing laws and regulations of other developed nations that are aligned with international human rights. However, we realize that change will put pressure on existing cultural values, require representatives to challenge the interests of the corporate world, and require political representatives to take the stand. Therefore, the successful implementation of the policy recommendations depends on Children's Defense Fund of California representatives. We ask that you use your experience and your most effective strategies to influence the change of the current parental leave laws. I want to thank you all for taking the time to listen to the presentation. You now have a better idea of why extended paid parental leave is so important to our society. Together, we can create a much needed change and improvement on existing paid parental leave policies. And don't forget, fathers can do it too, as it takes two to tango to provide their bundle of joy with a better future. Here are some references that my peers and I used throughout the presentation, so please take a few moments to look at the references. So now, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me directly. I will be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you again for listening to the presentation, and have a good one.